There is so much movie news, I've had to list it down. Let's talk about the Oscars, right? So, there's a new president of the Academy, and he's implementing some changes, mainly because of the low ratings the American network that aired the Oscars had last year. So, this is the changes, right? So, one of them is they're going to have the most popular movie award. Secondly, lesser awards will be done during ad breaks. This is all to garner more public interest. So I'd love nothing more than to see movie pundits crying like babies, and they really hate the idea of this most popular movie award. I actually love it. Let me tell you why. It's a genius move. This will garner interest. This will have mainstream movie fans debating and discussing who should be the most popular movie. There'll be DCEU fans saying their movie should win it. Our movie, should I say, because I'm a DCEU fan. There's MCU fans that are going to say it should be one of our movies. It's going to create interest, and it's going to be fabulous. So I don't really know what the pundits' problems are with this. One of the issues is they think it devalues the Best Picture Award. And it says that blockbusters will never win the Best Picture Awards, and they'll just get the most popular movie award as a Grade B award. Let me tell you something. Blockbuster movies never have really won or done well with the Best Picture Award anyway. Everyone kind of thought that Wonder Woman would do it, but although Wonder Woman was a great movie, it didn't deserve Best Picture. There's no question about that. So last year, if we had Most Popular Movie, Wonder Woman would have won it, hands down, no question. Next year, it probably will go to Black Panther or Infinity War. I read something very interesting, what Scott Mandelson wrote, that's saying that the MCU will dominate this like they dominate the industry. Not necessarily, but certainly next year, I would expect Black Panther or Infinity War, not unless it's too late for them to get, but I would assume they will be nominated for that anyway. So very, very interesting indeed. I don't know if Shazam will be up for that award, even though I think by the time the Oscars are on, that wouldn't have been released yet, but I don't think that necessarily matters, does it? I don't know. So I think that, the most popular movie award is a great thing. It brings public interest, something that's been sadly lacking with the Oscars. So why have the public fallen out of love with the Oscars? We're bored of the political speeches as they go up to collect their little awards. We're fed up of the fans not being thanked, and it all being all about the people who make the movies. The people who make the movies are our bitches. They should be making the movies we want, right? End of story. But it's become more about them than about us. Without us, there's no industry, because we're the ones putting money into the industry. We're like the financiers of the movie industry, and they treat us like we're a piece of crap. But that's going to change. Now, one of the reasons we're getting this most popular movie award is that Hollywood has become about blockbusters. Apart from one or two movies a year, every film they put out there is a blockbuster. Just look at it. We start the blockbuster releases from March and April, and we go all throughout the year. It's not about just the summer blockbuster now, because they're all blockbusters. This is what's happened. The movie industry has become more generic. So it's a great idea to do this. So again, I think the movie pundits and the movie critics are being very snobbish about this award. And no matter how much they moan, it's not going to change. So finally on this subject, I would say it's a great idea, and it will garner more popularity and interests with the Academy and the Oscars. So what should we talk about next? Nick Fury and Hill will be in Spider-Man Homecoming 2, Spider-Man Far From Home. I'm really happy about this. First of all, the negatives. Why? Why are they going to be in this film? Well, Nick Fury, aka Sam L. Jackson, hasn't really featured prominently in a Marvel movie for a while because he's far too expensive. So why is he going to be in this film? Because Spider-Man Homecoming didn't make as much really and excite as many people as it should have done. So they're in there really to garner more interest, which is a shame because Spider-Man should make more money than any other film, even Avengers. He's really the biggest character in the Marvel Universe. Really, he's their Superman. He's everything. We saw how Raimi made a trilogy of films that made money and garnered interest. People may not like Spider-Man 3, but it made a hell of a lot of money, and I was very surprised we didn't get a Spider-Man 4. But I think Sony and Raimi just fell apart. But Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2, two of my favourite CBMs ever made. So, yes, I'm really excited about Fury coming back into the MCU. I think it's a great move. I can't wait to see him play up against Spider-Man. It's going to be awesome, him and Peter Parker. You know, because I remember watching the Ultimate Spider-Man animated series, and when he approaches Peter Parker to join the Avengers and stuff. So that was really fun. So I shall really look forward to that. And I love Hill as well. So that's really exciting for me. So I shall look forward to that. That will make me look forward to Spider-Man Far From Home a lot more now. But there's still rumours, of course, that after Avengers 4, all the MCU films for the time being will be set in the past. Of course, this is a stupid idea, and if they were to do it, it would be ridiculous. And I feel Kevin Feige is too smart to do this, because literally it's just going to be a bunch of fillers. We've seen a little interest for Ant-Man and the Wasp. But look, Ant-Man isn't a particularly high-grade character anyway. The first film did really well. I think maybe having Ant-Man and the Wasp being more featured maybe lost some of the interest. But it was an okay film. It was enjoyable, but it was never going to make big money. And you can tell that they won't be doing any more of those films. In a way, it's a shame. But I think they really do need to make every film really interesting and really exciting. And I think you can't have any fillers anymore. Now, the big mistake with Ant-Man and the Wasp is it came after a massive movie like Infinity War. It's like having your season finale of Arrow or The Flash or Daredevil or whatever, and then having some filler episode. It didn't make sense. As far as I'm concerned, Ant-Man and the Wasp should have been before Infinity War. No question about that. So we move on. Joker will be an R-rated movie, according to rumours. Some kind of accounts and sites are saying there'll be nudity. They're just trying to get negative reaction from us. There's going to be blood. There's going to be violence. It's DC Dark. This is part of Walter Hamada's plan, and it's absolutely fantastic news. Aquaman will have no cameos. No Justice League, no DC cameos. I agree with this. We're moving to a franchise under Walter Hamada that focuses on that film. The most important thing about Aquaman is to make this film exciting, profitable, and really give us a fantastic Aquaman. I have faith in James Wan. I think Jason Momoa is fantastic. He's got the character and personality, and he said himself he wants to give us a superhero that you'd want to go down the pub with, and I think that's fantastic. So let's talk finally about James Gunn. It's rumoured that he's hot property. It's rumoured that so many studios are after him, including Warner Brothers, who apparently want him to be part of the DCEU or DC film slate. I don't believe this. I do not believe this. Gunn said many times that he turned down DC and Warner Brothers and came over to the MCU. Plus, I don't think any studio worth their salt is going to go after him now. He's going to have to wait 6 months to a year before anyone touches him for all this kind of situation that got him fired by Disney, by the way, not by Marvel Studios, by Disney. You know, the big boys got involved with that firing, and they're not going to be giving him his job back. Now, apparently, they're going to use the Guardians of the Galaxy free script that he wrote, and he'll get compensation. And there's even chat about him coming back eventually and doing Marvel film. That's not going to happen. They've sacked him. He's done. So it's very interesting because multiple sources are saying they're going to use his Guardians free script. I think they're doing that so they don't have a mass walk up. The cast are really upset about his firing. And this is like Disney saying, do you know what? Yes, we know you're not happy, but we're going to use the script that your mate did. So please stay with us. I think they just want to get this third film out of the way so they can do something else. The problem is with using his script, it's his vision, but it's not his total vision because he's not directing it. This could be really problematic. I know they want to get the full-range rock director in. He would be quite suited to this, but he could get carried away with the humour, and whatever he does, people are going to say it would have been better if James Gunn was involved. And it's so debatable whether he should have got the sack. After all, he didn't commit any crime. He committed a moral crime with the historical tweets and the jokes he put. But as I said so many times, the stuff we say behind closed doors, if people found out about it, we'd be labelled scum as well. So it's very unfair, and I do think he didn't deserve to get sacked. And really, Disney have kind of shot themselves in the foot here, because he was providing them so much money. People love the Guardians movies and still love him and still want him back. There's DC fans hearing about these Green Lantern Corps rumours. The only reason I think he wouldn't do Green Lantern Corps is because Jeff Johns is writing it, and I think he likes to ride his own horse, so to speak. So I can't really see that happening. I think that's all the movie news we've got for today. I don't think there's any... This is really unprofessional. I do apologise. Yep, that's it. That's all the movie news we have. So I'll be back here on Big Mouth to talk about other things, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Comment down below if you like the content. Subscribe. Press the little bell so you don't miss anything. I'm Mick Meanus, a former Iron Apple reality star, developing the first English-speaking dramas here in Cyprus. You can talk to me on Twitter, Movies TV Mad, on Instagram, The Mick Meanus Show, and I'm sure there's other things I'm missing out as well. Stay cool, keep in touch, I'm very friendly, talk to me anytime.